You know how conspiracy theorists are always saying that they want us fat and sick so that they can profit off of our demise? Well, today we're going to debunk that. Some good old-fashioned fact-checking. This is the stock chart for Novo Nordisk, the pharmaceutical company that makes Ozempic, the wonder drug for obesity. Their stock is up almost 400% in the last 5 years. So you might think, oh my gosh, they're just profiting off of our demise. But you would be wrong. They are lobbying the government off of our demise, to the tune of $5.2 million in 2022. Here's a chart of their lobbying over the years. And you see they're specifically lobbying over this bill, the Treat and Reduce Obesity Act of 2023, because they're trying to help out. The bill was introduced last fall, and it allows the coverage under Medicare's prescription drug benefit of drugs used for the treatment of obesity and weight loss, like Ozempic. So you see what they're actually doing is they're trying to lobby for us to be able to use our gigantic Medicare budget to help the American people not be overweight and not have heart problems. And since according to the CDC, 74% of adult Americans are overweight or obese, they're doing an important service for the world, which is why the chair of the board of directors of Novo Nordisk is such a great guy. And you know he's a great guy because he is also the chair of the board of directors of BP plc. Yes, that is British Petroleum. Other noteworthy heroes on the board of Novo Nordisk are Andreas, who is the former president and chair of the board of Bayer Healthcare. You know, this company, the one that owns Monsanto, the one that literally invented heroin, the one that was a significant portion of the German mega company IG Farben before World War II. I don't think I'm allowed to talk about what IG Farben did during World War II on TikTok. And just real quick, one other outstanding citizen on the board of this company, Christina, she's on the board of 3 wonderful companies. Sorry, formerly on the board of 3 wonderful companies, namely General Mills, Procter & Gamble, and Johnson & Johnson, all companies that are absolutely looking out for our health. And it makes a ton of sense that this company that's making all their money off of weight loss drugs would want to have connections to all these other companies that are also trying to make sure that our hormones are on point and our weight is on point. They're all working together to keep us healthy. And all the silly, crazy conspiracy theorists online that say otherwise never even have any facts or evidence to present to their case. Like, for example, if you look up on Google the problem with Ozempic, the top article is from Time Magazine, a highly reputable news source. And you can tell that this article is highly reputable because it's written by this guy, Yoni Friedhoff, who actually received clinical grants from Novo Nordisk. So you know that he knows what he's talking about because he actually received money from Novo Nordisk. So he knows the inside scoop really good. And he breaks down the top 10 reasons why people that have problems with Novo Nordisk are actually just blowing steam and are total conspiracy theorists that have no basis for their claims. Like, you have to take it forever, and if you stop, you'll just gain all the weight back. Like, duh, that's how treatment for chronic conditions works, idiot. Like, of course there are side effects. There's always side effects with pharmaceutical drugs. They don't even treat the root causes, obviously, because no pharmaceutical drugs treat root causes. Like, what are you, crazy? Like, they're expensive. Obviously, all pharmaceutical drugs are expensive. Like, no shit. That's why Novo Nordisk is suing the Biden administration to stop Medicare from negotiating lower drug prices, because drugs are expensive, obviously. That's why Novo Nordisk charges US customers up to 8 times more for the exact same stuff that they're selling in other countries for less. Because drugs are expensive. Now, obviously, like, lifestyle alone is not sufficient to treat obesity. In fact, for most people, significant weight loss through lifestyle alone requires a huge amount of privilege. You know, the kind of privilege that it requires to eat things like rice and chicken, kind of privilege it takes to sweat and exercise and endure pain and suffering in order to lose weight. That kind of privilege is not privilege that everyone can afford, you racist bigot. Sorry, I'm getting carried away. Shout out to Yoni for such a great article in Time. I'm glad he's here. All these conspiracy theorists that are saying they're trying to use our tax Medicare dollars to fund themselves getting rich, they don't know what they're talking about. Because all these sales, all they do is make the company do well, and then the stock price goes up. And that isn't enriching the people, like the executives at the company. I mean, we already mentioned that they're spending a lot of it on making our government better at what it does. But they're also spending a lot of it on stock buybacks, which enriches everyone. You know, everyone that holds shares in the company, which is why per quarter in the past 5 years, they've done an average of $786 million of stock buybacks. I actually pulled the data on all of their stock buybacks ever since this new drug Ozempic was invented in December of 2017, and they've done a total of $18.8 billion of stock buybacks because they're doing so well with this great drug that's making everyone better that they wanted to share the profits with everyone that holds stock in their company. And I mean, sure, maybe like the board members and executives might hold a little bit of stock in the company, but like other people do too, like big banks, obviously. So this is just another example of why conspiracy theorists have no fucking clue what they're talking about, and you shouldn't listen to them. And pharmaceutical companies are generally just doing what's best for everyone. They're trying to heal us. They're trying to make us healthier. They're trying to just improve the lives of normal people. And the next time that anyone questions a pharmaceutical company like Novo Nordisk, let's be honest, just ignore them or tell them to trust the science, because they obviously hate science. It's honestly so depressing how many people don't trust the science these days. It just blows my mind. Like, one last point, why this company is so trustworthy is they actually are super in with the science. This guy that's on their board of directors, well, he's also on the board of Bertelsmann. And Bertelsmann owns Penguin Random House, you know, the book publishing company. But they also own Bertelsmann Education Group, along with a few other publishing companies. And Bertelsmann acquired this company called Relias, which is now called Relias Media. And Relias Media provides medical information, publications, and continuing education to healthcare professionals. See, they're an accredited provider of continuing education through the American College of Emergency Physicians, American Academy of Pediatrics. All these really reputable organizations trust Relias Media to educate our healthcare professionals in fields like hospital management, cardiology, critical care, emergency medicine, infectious disease, etc. This is straight from their website, and the list goes on. This is just what fit in my screenshot. And remember, their board member is also on the board of Novo Nordisk, and so you can just, obviously these guys are the experts in healthcare, and in oil too, obviously, I mean, like, duh. So all you fucking idiots need to stop questioning the science. There's literally nothing you can do about your weight except for trust the science and the pharmaceutical companies that are trying to help us all be healthier. So just shut the fuck up, conspiracy theorists. Big Pharma is here to help.